It's such an iconic event. You're fighting the race as much as you're fighting the competition.
Sun and rain, night and day.
The more experience you have, the more incidents you see.
Hello everybody and welcome to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. I'm 9-time Le Mans participant and broadcaster Alex Brundle, and I'm delighted to be here on the ground for the 92nd running of the world's greatest endurance race. We're going to hope to take you one level deeper this year for a look at the people and relationships that make this event one of the staples of the motorsport calendar. We'll be talking to FIA technical staff, safety teams and trackside marshals, as well as our organisational partners, the ACO, to take a sneak peek at everything that makes this amazing event tick. So strap in for a deep dive into everything that makes the Le Mans 24 Hours happen.
In 24 Hours of Le Mans, we are there to ensure that the event will happen in the compliance with our FIA rules, with the regulations, in the spirit of equity and fairness between all the competitors.
We need to handle all the technical and sporting aspects, from the sporting rules in the pit lane, on the track, technical parts, homologation of the cars. Everybody's involved. Obviously, it's a collaboration, ACO and FIA, and we are just unifying our teams to make our team stronger.
We've come down to the Lamborghini Garage, where I'm here with Emmanuel Enel, the team principal of Iron Link's Lamborghini, the Hypercar side of the operation. What's going on in this area? Could you give us a bit of a feel for what's around us?
Yeah, so here we've got the tires set preparation. We've got the spares for the cars. So we've got some bodyworks, so they are in this position mainly to be close to the car because the preparation is in another area. High voltage station here. So with all equipment and all electronic service, engines and spares, gearbox. We've got a small area here for sub-assemblies where we prepare all upright brakes and also some bit of consumables and spares and setup tools. We've got all the seats for the driver with their training equipment. Here we've got the engineering area with all engineers, so race engineer, control systems engineer, strategy engineer, powertrain engineers. So that's the area we're going to move at the back later on. And we've got the cars with the dedicated spot for the tires during the race. The pit wall at the front, where we're going to spend the long hours, hopefully, this weekend. We've got intercoms with different channels if we want to talk separately to strategy, system, race engineering or the car. So it's quite common now at this level of competition to have intercom and digital radio.
We're going to let you get on with your preparations. Best of luck for warm-up and, more importantly, the 24 hours.
Thank you.
So Le Mans 24 Hours 2024 has begun. I've managed to track down Alan McNish right in the middle of the race here. You were Grand Marshal here back in 2014. Give us a feel for what that experience is like. It must be a tremendous honour.
It was a super honour to be Grand Marshal of such a famous race. And it was the year after I retired. But what I didn't realise, because it allowed me to have a little bit looked under the cover of the background workings of Le Mans. And so there's over 2,000 marshals and also from 21 different nationalities all working as one team. And that team is the team that actually keeps us drivers safe with their prediction of what's coming up. And especially in weather conditions like this, you really rely on them. So it was a fantastic honour for me to be able to sort of just see into their world a little bit, because I've seen them, they're usually at 200 miles per hour. And then to understand how they actually ensure that they're ready for this race, just like a team, but a drive.
From a previous Grand Marshal to the current one, 2024 Grand Marshal Kazuki Nakajima, you're here with Toyota, but we love to talk to you about the role. What does the Grand Marshal actually do? an event like this?
The important part was to drive the safety car to lead all the field just before the start. So this was quite a tough job because you have to follow the clocks and you have to follow the guidance, and you have a pressure that you have to be spot on for the timing, right? So to see all the marshals and to check the track, it was also something special because you can directly share the basically respect to all the marshals. So those people are quite an important part of the race as well.
We work as teams in teams of 3. So, for example, during the 24-hour race, my team will do a 4-hour shift and then we'll be stood down for 8 hours, then 4 hours on again. We can knock a fire down. We can give first at scene first aid. We can safely attend to a vehicle, a driver, a colleague, or indeed a spectator who may need our assistance at a meeting.
To continue our behind-the-scenes tour of Le Mans 2024, I've come down to scrutineering, where all of the technical aspects of the cars are checked for their conformity with the regulations. Let's take a look through one of the circuit's most secret doors. So we've been led inside the scrutineering building here at Le Mans, and I've been joined by Fabrice Van Hertvelde, who is the technical delegate from the FIA side here for the 24-hour race. So Fabrice, this term scrutineering, we throw it around all over the place in motorsport. What in fact is scrutineering?
Basically, scrutineering is the place and the operation where you control the cars. We control the legality from the car, the safety from the cars, and we have people who are there to, with different competences to check them and to say, okay, your car is ready to race or not. And we have different sectors. For example, the first one where we are standing at the moment is what we call the platform, which is a flat surface with scales. So we measure the weight, we measure the ride height from a car, we measure the camber from the rims. Move a bit forward where we have the bridge, which is lifting the car. And we are measuring underneath as well, because as you know, in Le Mans, the cars, they have a massive aero, it's important. And this is, on this special race, an important topic for us to control.
Thanks for everything you do to bring racing to us. So coming off the back of a safety car period in the middle of the night, we're joined by Deputy Race Director Fayez Ramzi. Fayez, it's a tremendous amount of focus to keep on top of this race. Talk us through your duties during the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Whereas the Deputy Race Director, I help the race director with all the runnings of the race, help him with neutralization, investigating incidents, making sure that everything goes smooth in race control, and you know, do some shifts while it's a 24 hours, it's a long race.
So are you required in race control for the full 24 hours, or can you get a little bit of respite from the action?
Well, there are shifts that are worked in order for us to be fully focused and to be able to concentrate and be on top of our jobs. But our race fans ourselves, we have to get pushed out of the room because you know, the adrenaline, the teamwork, all of that. But definitely there are rest times to regenerate our energy and be able to focus.
What's your trick to stay focused and make sure that you're making the correct decision in a timely way as well, all the way through the 24-hour race? Do you have any tricks for us to stay on the ball?
It comes with experience. It's again, you learn. The more experience you have, the more incidents you see. It all gets to, you know, build up as far as what's the best situation. Sometimes there isn't a perfect solution. You find the best situation that meets each incident on its own.
We're going to let you get back to race control. We know you've got a very important job to do. Thanks so much for joining us and giving some help.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the race.
So that's a wrap from the Le Mans 24 hours. I hope we've given you some insight into the people and functions that make this amazing event tick. and I'm sure we've ticked some legends off your list, like Alan McNish and Kazuki Nakajima. Make sure you're following and subscribing to the FIA feeds to get more content and closer to the motorsport that you love. And make sure you join us next time.